Over time, so many times, I keep asking myself the same question again and again. And the question I ask myself is to quit or not to quit writing. And while I was asking myself that question, I found a story from Raymond Carver, one of America's great writer. Yeah, he did write your story, and he wrote other things too. And he went for a meeting. This is just an anecdote to share for you. To quit or not to quit writing? That is the question. Okay, so it's just an anecdote I want to share with you, and it's one thing I keep referring back to every time I feel like should I keep on going or not, and I do believe it will help you. So I do hope I'm able to tell the story. Okay, but the story is more like Raymond Carver was invited. You know, he's a popular and famous author and writer, so he was invited for a talk. So I went there, and he was, normally I had to do the workshop and talk and all the stuff. And a member of the audience asked, "Sir, I'm right now in a crossroad. I don't know, should I quit writing or keep writing? I really don't know what to do." And Raymond Carver looked at the person. I can't remember if it was a male or female. And he looked at the person and he said, "Quit writing." And everybody was shocked. They were like, "Ah, dude, you're supposed to tell us to keep on writing. Why? Why would you tell me not to keep on writing, to just quit?" And he was like, "Quit writing. And if when you do quit writing, you don't feel anything, it's as though nothing happened. It's as though you did not lose a thing. It's as though there was nothing. Then just keep on living your life and move on. Writing is really not your thing. But if you do quit writing, and every time you walk the street, every time you read a sign, every time you see a book, every time you hear the name of a famous writer that you know, there is a boiling and a call in your stomach of why you are not writing or why you should be writing, then come back to write." And the whole idea was simply saying that, writing is great and awesome, but there are, just the way there are many things in our life that we we play around with, but they are not really important to us. They're not things that if we stop doing, we would feel like we've lost a part of us. I'm kind of sounding philosophical now. What I mean is, check for it. There are so many things you could be doing in the world. You could be singing. Well, most of us, singing is really not our thing. We've never really sung in our life, and it's not really any big deal. We listen to songs, but that's not really. There's really nothing there for us. While there are other people who singing is they just can't imagine a world where they don't sing. Like if those persons were to go through maybe unfortunately they go through one sickness or accident where they lose their voice, that would be heartbreaking for them. Not because they lost their voice, of course, losing a voice or having a voice where you can't really sing is heartbreaking, but then they cannot sing anymore. And that itself, it's heartbreaking. What if anything that comes up that does not allow them to do that thing they want to do is going to be really heartbreaking? So what I mean is, for example, is let's say you're a ballet dancer and you love dancing. That's really what you want to do. And why dancing? Of not really why dancing. Something came up and you broke your leg. Yeah, serious breaking of legs or something like that. And yeah, you're treated, you survive, nothing, you don't die, you're alive, and the sore heals, and you moved on with your life. But then you can't dance. You can't like use why it seems like it has healed, but it was so major that the bone cannot just go back the way it was. So you just can't like put so much pressure on it because every time you try to do that, it's you can't really dance anymore. And so each time you see people dancing, you listen to song and you imagine dancing, your heart cries and your heart bleeds. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And for me, all through the days that I did not write and I'm not writing, I'm thinking about writing. So it's writing is not something I can say, okay, I'm not just going to write. I quit. It's not really my thing. I've forgotten about it. Yeah, I could say I quit. It's not like there's anything stopping me from saying that, but 2, 3 months later in the future, I'll come back to it. And I've tried it before, and I'm always finding myself coming back to it. again and again. So take Raymond Carver's advice, not my advice, take Raymond Carver advice and look at it. Is it something that you would feel so much if you let go? Or is it something that's, is really not important, a big deal? Get the way music and dancing, if someone like, don't dance anymore. I'm like, oh, dude, there's really no big deal. You don't even have to pay me not to dance anymore. There's really nothing special there. And like, don't sing anymore. I'm like, is there really anything special there? Maybe, maybe not. Well, dude, I'll probably do that for free. But then for someone else, you're like, don't dance, don't sing anymore. They're like, dude, I- how am I gonna live life? Man, that's really serious. I just don't know how I'm going to keep on living and stuff like that. Yeah, you get it. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And thank you so much, yeah, for listening to the other episodes. I do hope you find value from these episodes. I would love to know what you want me to create and make, and reach out to me. Yeah, I would really love that. Thank you so much. It's been Oyemichino Akonam, and you've been listening to the Buildwriting podcast. Until next time, keep writing.